Blackhawks. We hope you all enjoyed your fall break and having a great first week back.
We've got an awesome show lined up for you today.
On today's show, we're baking some fall goodies, learning about the Blackhawk shop, the art club, as well as the new play going on next week.
Stay tuned for all this and more on this week's episode of the Blackhawk Buzz.
Good morning, Blackhawks. I'm Isabel Moss.
And I'm John Watson.
And you're watching the Blackhawk Buzz. Join the Williamsfield Thespians for their annual Haunted House event on Friday, October 27th from 7 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. This year's spine-chilling theme is Haunted Carnival. Tickets are only $5. Don't miss this frightful fun. Our varsity football team is off to an excellent start this year with a record of 5-1. They'll be hosting the Highland Hawks, who also have a strong record of 4-2. This highly anticipated matchup promises to be thrilling, as both teams are closely ranked in various categories and statistics. The game kicks off at 7, Blackhawks.
Art is all around our school, and the origin comes from Williamsfield's very own art club. Sophia and Mary investigate the artistry that lies beneath the surface.
Art Club is a very prevalent community within our campus.
We've used color pencils, markers, paint markers. We've obviously printed shirts. We've made jewelry using beads and everything. And then we plan on having a tea party later on where we're gonna make our own cups. We're gonna use clay, and then we're gonna have a little tea party.
Art Club has been around for a while on campus and participates at many school events.
Recently, we were just at the carnival. We had a stand there, and we did some face painting, and then we had a game. And then we're gonna do the trunk or treat as well.
Despite many people varying at skill when it comes to art, Art Club finds a way to include everyone.
So we make sure to vote before we do stuff, and we also take suggestions and to make sure that everyone, no matter what their ability in art is, they can do it.
Art Club is for anybody who wants to join. The whole point is to just have fun and be yourself. We like to do fun activities, and if there is someone standing on the sidelines or just struggling, we make sure that they're engaged. I know how some people struggle with joining new things, and sometimes they may act a little bit shy. We are very open and welcoming.
Visit room 306 on Tuesdays after school to check out Art Club.
On Tuesday, the girls' flag football team secured a decisive victory against Crimson High School with a score of 34-0. Yesterday, they faced Eastmark. We will provide you with the scores next week, Blackhawks.
The girls' volleyball team was currently ranked 6th in the state, boasting an impressive record of 9 wins and 2 losses. In their recent match on Tuesday, they hosted Higley and emerged victorious, winning 3-1. Way to dominate, girls.
This year, the Williamsfield Thespians staged the play The Murder at Haversham Manor, but with a twist. The play will go horribly wrong.
There's been a murder!
Reminder to all new members of the National English Honor Society that fees are due by Friday, October 20th. You can pay these fees in the bookstore or online using InTouch.
The Blackhawk shop is our student-run market here on campus. Lucas and I went out to see what goes behind managing the store.
Our student market has been on our campus for many years, except most students don't learn what it takes to manage the store. Kane Addison has been a part of the Blackhawk shop for 3 years.
So basically what I do is all behind the scenes. I sit in the middle room, I log onto my computer and I check our EOP, which is basically our revenue for the month. I make goals that we reach. I make buttons, so basically like what people click to sell our items, and I track our inventory, I stock, I do just basically everything behind the scenes.
Kane is an important asset to the Blackhawk shop's growth this year.
So if I didn't have Kane, there'd be a lot of things that when students came into the store to buy things, the registers wouldn't work, first of all. Kane does a lot of behind the scenes work, putting in all the inventory and updating all the interface, the buttons that the cashiers use. He helps with promotions. He helps with the purchase orders. There would be no food in the Blackhawk shop if Kane wasn't there. You guys would come to buy food and we wouldn't have created purchase orders to buy the food. So there's a lot of work that goes on even when the store isn't open to help it be successful.
The dynamic and the way the shop is shown to the public is important to Kane.
So we always try to be lighthearted around here. We always try to be welcoming with our customers, be very open, converse well. And before the end of the year, so last year I sat down with Miss Porter and I create the themes for this year so that our customers can have a nice vibe, a good feeling when they walk into the shop. So this month is our fall, so we're getting into the spooky season. So we have our bats and everything hung up around the shop. February will be like Valentine's, March will be like spring, April will be Easter. So we just try to, have a fun time and decorate accordingly.
This is Lucas Gaines and John Watson. Now back to the studio.
Jackson and I had 4 people dance to music. While 3 of them happily danced to some upbeat tunes, the 4th is listening to something completely different. Can they spot the imposter? We have a few Blackhawks dancing to some tunes. While they all appear to be listening to the same thing, 2 are not. Can they figure out who the imposter is?
You up at home, 2:45. I don't do tears, baby, no.
Ride till the sun comes up and down around me about 2 or 3.
Speak, good enough to dream. We like other cups. Watch me dance, dance the night.
JC. It is JC.
That's all we have for you today, Blackhawks. This has been Isabel and Jackson. Now back to the studio. Easy fall baked goods are the highlight of this season. Gabby and Amelie, joined by special guest Bones, bake a simple Halloween treat.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to Cooking with Bones. Today, we have a very special guest, Xavier.
I'm so excited, Mr. Bones. What are we cooking today?
Today, we are baking candy corn cookies.
To begin, start by creaming together a cup of butter and a cup of sugar.
Add 1 egg and half a teaspoon of vanilla. Now add your butter mixture to 3 cups of flour and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Now divide your dough into 3 equal parts. Dye 1 yellow and 1 orange. We're going to lay it in a candy corn pattern. Now that your dough is shaped, cut it like this.
What's next, Mr. Bones?
Too friendly!
Sorry.
Now, we put it in the oven for 6 to 8 minutes. After you pop those babies out the oven, dust some sugar on them, and you got a delicious Halloween snack. Now all that's left to do is try. Baby! I've never felt more alive! This has been Cooking with Bones.
And that concludes this week's show, Blackhawks.
From all of us here at the BHB, we hope you have a good weekend.
See you next Friday.